Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fort Knox, Kentucky. I'm Second Lieutenant Natalie Costanza, your narrator for today's graduation ceremony. At this time, we would like to welcome all general officers, senior officers, command sergeants major, and distinguished guests. On behalf of Brigadier General Sean Crockett and Command Sergeant Major Darrell E. Walls, thank you for your attendance today. Today's ceremony honors the completion of advanced camp. The graduating unit for today is the 3rd Regiment, the General George H. Decker Regiment. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is Cadet Tyler Futrell from Columbus State University. The color guard is comprised of cadets selected from the regiment. They are led by Cadet Reed Miller from Texas A&M University. Also participating in today's ceremony is the 484th Army Band from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, commanded by Chief Warrant Officer 4 Ken Fabus and Drum Major Sergeant First Class Robert McKenzie. To your far left, you'll see the salute battery, provided by Alpha Battery, 4th Battalion, 1st Field Artillery Regiment, 1st Armored Division Artillery from Fort Bliss, Texas. They are led by First Lieutenant Joseph Stillings and Sergeant First Class Joseph Henson. This ceremony marks the culmination of 31 days of rigorous and intensive training for these young men and women. For them, advanced camp served as a test of their leadership abilities and potential to be an Army officer. They have emerged from this challenge, confident in their ability to assume the tremendous responsibilities of being an Army officer. The cadets of the 3rd Regiment are now formed in front of you. Each regiment has had the honor of having bestowed upon it a namesake. This namesake is in honor of a general officer whose values and accomplishments represent the best the Army has to offer. 3rd Regiment has had the distinct privilege of honoring General George H. Decker. George Henry Decker attended Lafayette College and received a bachelor's degree in economics. He received his commission as a 2nd lieutenant in the infantry in 1924. During his career, General Decker served on the War Department General Staff. He was the Chief of Staff of the 6th Army through the end of World War II, Commanding General of the 5th Infantry Division in 1948, and Commanding General of United States Forces Korea and 8th Army. He served as Chief of Staff of the United States Army from 1960 to 1962. General Decker's awards include the Army Distinguished Service Medal with 1 Oak Leaf Cluster, Silver Star, Legion of Merit, Bronze Star Medal, American Defense Service Medal, and the American Campaign Medal. General Decker passed away on February 6, 1980. In honor of their completion of advanced camp, the cadets from the General George H. Decker Regiment will be receiving a 3-gun salute in the form of a cadet cannonade. The commander of troops will now bring the units to attention and present arms. The reviewing officer for today's ceremony is the Commanding General, United States Army Recruiting Division, Brigadier General Sarah Dudley. She is accompanied by the host and the Regimental Tactical Officer, Lieutenant Colonel Eddie Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance of the official party and remain standing for the rendering of honors to the reviewing officer and the invocation offered by Chaplain Captain Dongjun Kim. Military personnel in uniform are reminded that a hand salute is warranted for the duration of the cannon salute.
At this time, we would like to remember Lieutenant Colonel Brandon A. Shah, the former professor of military science at Old Dominion University. He served as a committee chief for ceremonies and special events at cadet summer training for the past 3 summers. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the life and service of Lieutenant Colonel Brandon A. Shah. Let us pray. Almighty God, thank you for this great Army Day where our cadets are graduating from 31 days of physically and mentally challenging training. We thank you for their motivation to accomplish a mission and willingness to serve this country. We ask you to keep your hands of grace on them as they transition into further opportunities to lead by example as future leaders of the Army. We thank you for our families and friends' support and love, as well as all cadre members who train and inspire cadets to be all they can be. God bless the United States Army, and God bless the United States of America. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Are the national colors, the Army field flag, and the cadet command colors.
Present the command.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem and remain standing during the firing of the cadet cannonade. We ask that military personnel in uniform maintain their hand salute until the completion of the cadet cannonade. States Army ROTC Cadet Cannonade salutes the three pillars of our service to the nation. Duty. Obedience and disciplined performance despite difficulty or danger. Duty requires self-responsibility and selfless devotion. Honor. Encompassing integrity and dedication. Honor is the thread which holds together the fabric of our Army. Country. For which men and women have given their lives. Our country shines as a light of freedom and dignity to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The Cadet Creed was adopted to instill in Army cadets the values that are critical for successful performance. Cadet Dejana Prince from Virginia State University will now recite the Cadet Creed.
I am an Army cadet. Soon I will take an oath and become an Army officer, committed to defending the values which make this nation great. Honor is my touchstone. I understand mission first and people always. I am the past, the spirit of those warriors who made the final sacrifice. I am the present, the scholar and apprentice soldier, enhancing my skills in the science of warfare and the art of leadership. But above all, I am the future warrior leader of the United States of America. May God give me the compassion and judgment to lead and the gallantry in battle to win. I will do my duty. Leadership excellence, sir.
Train to lead. Work time, march. Group, halt. Left, hey.
The greater community of Fort Knox and our national and local service organizations are here to show their support to our future Army leaders. These cadets have demonstrated superior character and service throughout training and will be recognized for their efforts. We kindly ask family and friends to remain seated during the awards presentation. The awardees will be brought forward immediately following the ceremony for pictures. The AUSA Leadership Excellence Award is presented by Miss Carrie Ann Smielek. This award is presented to the top cadet in each regiment as determined by a regimental cadre board. This award is presented to Cadet Louise Lopez from Campbell University. The First Command Financial Services Award is presented by Sergeant First Class Retired Andrew Anastasia. This award is presented to the cadet who best demonstrates the leadership traits necessary to encourage teamwork, improve unit cohesion, and reinforce mission accomplishment. This award is presented to Cadet Louise Etzity from Fayetteville State University. The USAA Warrior Ethos Award is presented by Sergeant Major Retired Richard Villa. This award is presented to the cadet who best demonstrated the Army profession, ethic, and officership while exemplifying the warrior spirit. This award is presented to Cadet Sean Courtney from the University of Dayton. The Armed Forces Bank Performance Award is presented by Miss Nicole Shoemaker. This award is presented to the cadet that best demonstrates respect for other cultures and people by effectively utilizing the training scenarios to demonstrate their mastery of the cross-cultural competencies needed in complex environments. This award is presented to Cadet Amber McGill from the University of North Georgia. Army National Guard Minuteman Award is presented by Brigadier General Brian F. Wertzler, Deputy Adjutant General, Kentucky National Guard. This award is presented to the Army National Guard cadet who demonstrates the most improvement in physical and mental preparedness for commissioning. This award is presented to Cadet Micah Wirtz from the University of Portland. The Reserve Officers Organization of America Award is presented by Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Matt Dumit. This award is given to the cadet that embodies the characteristics of a comprehensive soldier by demonstrating resilience and the lifelong pursuit of enhanced performance to cope with adversity in stressful situations and thrive in life. This award is presented to Cadet Colton T. Umbleby from Damon College. The Military Officers Association of America Award is presented by Lieutenant Colonel Retired Dick Artisan. This award is given to the cadet that has demonstrated superior dedication to duty by accepting accountability for self and assigned unit through employment of team members, all while applying the fundamentals of leadership. This award is presented to Cadet Xavier Belcher from the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. The Military Order of the World Wars Award is presented by Lieutenant Colonel Retired Dick Artisan. This award is presented to the cadet who best demonstrates the ability to evaluate, analyze, apply, and understand experiences and capabilities to solve tactical problem sets. This award is presented to Cadet David Nichols from Brigham Young University. The Bold Leader Spirit Award is presented by Miss Gwen Duncan. This award is presented to the cadet who best demonstrates appropriate motivational techniques, inspirational leadership, and the spirit of a leader. This award is presented to Cadet Grace McDowell from the University of Wisconsin River Falls. The Knox Regional Development Alliance Award is presented by Mr. Lance O'Brien. This award is presented to the male and female cadet who achieved the overall highest score on the Army Fitness Test. This award is presented to Cadet Amber McGill from the University of North Georgia and Cadet William Clegg from Syracuse University. The United States Army Reserve Truman Citizen Soldier Award is presented by Colonel Corey F. Willey. This award is presented to the Army Reserve cadet in each regiment that has distinguished themselves amongst their peers as a top performer and exemplifies outstanding leadership qualities. This award is presented to Cadet Tristan Boteliga from Florida Atlantic University. The Mission Palmia Award is presented by Major Ian McBride. This award is presented to the cadet who demonstrates character and courage through leadership, selflessness, and fortitude. This award is presented on behalf of all missing and unaccounted for Americans from all past conflicts. This award is presented to Cadet Anthony Legaspi from the University of North Georgia. The Recondo Award is presented to the cadets who displayed superior individual performance. Cadets must have met the Army standards for height and weight, earned at least 80 points or more in each of the Army fitness test events, successfully negotiated 8 out of the 10 obstacles, scored second class or higher on the hand grenade assault course, completed their 6-mile foot march in 90 minutes or less, scored 80% or higher on the written land navigation test, be a first-time go and navigate to at least 6 out of the 7 land navigation points from both day and night land navigation combined, be a first-time go and qualify as sharpshooter or higher on the basic rifle marksmanship pop-up range, receive a go or a pass for 80% of the warrior skills tasks and all other evaluated tasks, and graduate in good standing. Cadets from the 3rd Regiment awarded the Recondo Badge have been annotated in your digital program with an asterisk by their name. At the completion of the ceremony, today's awardees will return to the field for individual congratulations and photo opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving our awardees a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct privilege to introduce today's guest speaker, the Commanding General, United States Army Recruiting Division, Brigadier General Sarah Dudley.
So first and foremost, this will be short because nobody wants to hear the person that hasn't even completed this task stand and tell everybody how to do from this point forward. So in introduction, I am a West Point graduate, so I have not actually gotten to experience this, but for everyone that's come here today, thank you. Thanks especially to the band, to the cadre that got all of these cadets to this point, to the salute battery, and then obviously to all of the terrific cadets. And this is a great day to celebrate their accomplishments and their next step on their way to joining the profession of arms. So congratulations, you did it. Cadets, over the last month, you were challenged, as mentioned, physically and mentally. You came to Kentucky possibly not knowing how much you would endure in terms of heat and humidity. Thank goodness the order for extra humidity today came in squarely so that it will help hold everybody up for the remainder of today. But you also now have a talking point for the rest of your career. You all were a part of the Great Flood of 2026 at Fort Knox, Kentucky, so you've got that going for you. Across all of this, you had early mornings and late nights, and you got to be face to face with absolute exhaustion. You completed the training in basic rifle marksmanship and first aid, land navigation, and you developed your leadership, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills, and those are all in prep and your first steps to becoming tactically and technically proficient. All of this in preparation for you to join an Army in transformation. My division in particular is very proud and looks forward to seeing you be successful in the future. We've worked hard across this year to enlist 76,000 soldiers, young men and women, that are going to be waiting for you in the formations that you will join in little over a year. We're planning on adding another 81,000 in the Army, the regular Army, and the Army Reserve. And they will be waiting for you to lead them into being the Army of 2040. So as you go through this next year, don't lose confidence in your decisions to do this. Don't forget why when you face challenges, because you will face challenges. Just remember this specific training. Trust your intuition and continue to push yourself to be better every single day. The relationships that you have formed here matter, as well as those that you will continue to make as you enter your formations in the future. Stay in touch with each other. These are going to be fundamental pieces as the Great Flood class, taking it into the Army. So, families and loved ones, thank you so much for being here. This is a major accomplishment of all of these cadets that stand before you. Support is absolutely the greatest thing you can offer your cadet as they continue their Army journey. It is no doubt to me that your strength got them here and will continue to keep them motivated for this transforming opportunity in their life. So, everybody here, cadets and families, be proud of what you have accomplished, but use your remaining time to continue to try to be better, to prepare yourself for the privilege of leading in our 251st year of the greatest fighting force that the world has ever known. And to that end, be all you can be.
Pass and review.
At this time, the Cadet Regiment will perform the ceremonial pass and review. Please remember to stand and render honors to the nation as the colors pass. Now passing the reviewing stand is the 484th Army Band from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, commanded by Chief Warrant Officer 4 Ken Fabus and Drum Major Sergeant First Class Robert McKenzie. Now passing the reviewing stand is the commander of troops for today's graduation, Cadet Tyler Futrell from Columbus State University. Now passing the reviewing stand is Alpha Company, led by Cadet Mackenzie Cronin from Texas A&M University. Now passing the reviewing stand is Bravo Company, led by Cadet Benjamin Buchalter from the University of South Carolina. Now passing the reviewing stand is the Color Guard, led by Cadet Reed Miller from Texas A&M University. Now passing the reviewing stand is Charlie Company, led by Cadet Nicholas Stegmeyer from Morehead State University. Now passing the reviewing stand is Delta Company, led by Cadet Michael Welch from the University of Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Army song. The words can be found in your digital program.
Sir, this concludes today's ceremony. Leadership, excellence, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 3rd Regiment Cadet Summer Training 2026 graduation ceremony. Family and friends, please allow a few minutes for your cadets to prepare for departure before joining them in the family area to the right side of the field. Please remain behind the white end field is lowered by the cadre. Families and friends will have approximately 45 minutes to spend with their cadets prior to cadet departure. As a reminder, the awardee cadets will return to the front of the stand for photo opportunities. This ceremony can be viewed at YouTube/Army_ROTC. Photos from today's ceremony can be viewed at flickr.com/ArmyROTC. Thank you for attending. Leadership Excellence.